It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he stays on, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Easy, 63, 73.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Crowd left Yeti. Hey, go Silver, ready? Crowd left Yeti.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Locke taking the snap at 1. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Eagle defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing now is Locke. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw it is Locke. And that is incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that did not loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are
all right. Too humble. We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
63.
They're going to look to throw. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Locke. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. 3rd and 3. They look to throw. It's Locke. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Block now to throw. He completes it to Beckham. But he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Locke being chased out left. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Locke looks to throw it again. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll buy some time right. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
63, 63, 63. Carl up, get it. Carl up, get it. Carl up, get it.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And this one is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Locke going to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Locke. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. This one out quickly to Watkins. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Across midfield. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Quez Watkins, 73 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing is Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Down the right sideline. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. To throw it is Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Well, now they'll try the end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Pretty move. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Great, set.
Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense knowing that he's going to be the primary guy, they'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively, a massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range and with a chance to walk out of here winners.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Down to about the 32. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go now.
They'll go again to Jones. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Lock to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st down.
Great. Set. Crowd left, Yanni. 63. No touch.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Giants, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.